Hello, everyone, and welcome to English Pod, the channel where we make learning English fun. In this series, we break down key words, slang, idioms, and cultural references from each episode of Sex and the City to help you naturally improve your English. Watch our videos either before or after you enjoy the episode to boost your understanding and language skills. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Let's dive in.
Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we've got some really interesting bits of language for you.
Yeah, some great keywords and phrases.
Exactly, pulled straight from, that classic Sex and the City episode, Season 1, Episode 6, Secret Sex.
Ah, yes, a good one.
Definitely. And our goal here, our mission really, is to give you, the listener, a bit of a shortcut.
A shortcut, how so?
Well, not just the dictionary meaning, but like the cultural context behind these phrases, the stuff that native speakers just get.
Right, looking beyond the surface, meaning to see why these phrases are used and what they kind of reveal about, talking about relationships, private lives.
Okay, let's dive right in then. First up, closet freak. Samantha uses this, right? About some guy.
Yes, exactly. She's describing a man who seems, well, pretty normal on the outside, maybe even a bit boring.
Like an accountant, I think she says.
That's the one. He looks like an accountant, but in bed, he's a total closet freak. So it's that contrast.
Okay, so the closet part means hidden.
Precisely. A hidden, often sexual side that's completely different from their public persona. It plays on stereotypes, the surprise factor.
Got it. Hidden depths. Okay, next one Miranda uses is put off. She says, a guy's attitude put her off.
Uh-huh. Yeah, put off means you lose interest or you're discouraged, maybe even a bit repulsed.
Yeah, more than just, I don't like him.
Oh, yeah, it's stronger. Like, I was really into him, she might say, but his attitude totally put me off. Something happened, some behavior or comment that just killed the attraction.
Right, killed the vibe. Makes sense. It's subjective, though, right? What puts one person off might not bother someone else.
Absolutely. Very personal.
Okay, then there's the big one. Deal breaker. The women talk about these all the time.
They do. And a deal breaker is what's exactly what it sounds like. It's a condition or an issue that's non-negotiable.
Something that would make you end the relationship.
Yes, definitely. Like the example, for her, not wanting kids is a deal breaker. It highlights those core values or fundamental needs. If they clash, that's often the end of the line.
Really reveals what matters most to someone. Okay, how about brush off? We see Big doing this.
To brush someone off is to dismiss them, their concerns, their feelings, really casually.
Like they don't matter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like she tried to talk to him, but he brushed her off. It can feel very invalidating, like you're being ignored.
Yeah, I can see that. Okay, another one. Hang up. Carrie has whose share of these, especially with Big.
Uh-huh. Yes. A hang-up is sort of an emotional problem, maybe an irrational fixation or insecurity.
So not quite a phobia, but...
No, more like a personal quirk that causes issues. Like the example, he has a hang-up about dating someone taller than him.
Oh.
It's often illogical, but it affects behavior. We all have them, probably.
True enough. All right, let's talk about Miranda again. She's known for being blunt.
Yeah, blunt means very direct. Saying exactly what you think, maybe without much softening.
Can come across as rude.
It can, yeah.
Yeah.
Depends on the person and the culture, maybe. Like, he's blunt, but at least he's honest.
Yeah.
Some value that directness. Others prefer a gentler approach.
Right. Cultural differences there. Okay, shifting gears slightly. Secrecy. On the down low.
Ah, yes. On the down low simply means secretly. Keeping something hidden.
Like a relationship.
Often, yeah. They're dating, but keeping it on the down low for now. There could be various reasons: privacy, avoiding drama, maybe external pressures.
Gotcha. And the flip side, out of the closet. This phrase is huge.
It really is. While technically it can mean revealing any secret, it's overwhelmingly associated with openly acknowledging one's sexual orientation or gender identity, especially when it differs from perceived norms.
Like he finally came out of the closet last year.
Exactly. It signifies a major step of honesty, self-acceptance. Very significant phrase.
Definitely. Okay, something less heavy. Out of the blue.
Right. That just means completely unexpected. Suddenly.
Like getting a call from an ex after ages.
Perfect example. He called me out of the blue after a year. It emphasizes the surprise, the lack of any warning.
Okay, how about pick up on? Carrie's always trying to read big.
Yeah, to pick up on something is to notice subtle things. Hints, clues, maybe nonverbal signals.
Like reading between the lines.
Sort of, yeah. Or just being observant. Did you pick up on how nervous he was?
Mm.
It's about catching those subtle cues that reveal more than words.
Important skill. Then there's let it slide. Sometimes Carrie does this with Big's behavior.
To let it slide means you choose to ignore something, usually a mistake, or maybe some minor bad behavior.
You see it, but you don't say anything.
Right. He was late again, but I let it slide.
It's a conscious choice to overlook it. Maybe to avoid conflict, but, they can have consequences if it keeps happening.
For sure. Okay, last one, and it's another big Carrie classic. Mess with someone's head.
Ugh, yes. This means to confuse someone or manipulate them emotionally. Playing games.
Sending mixed signals.
Exactly, making it hard to know where you stand. Like the example, stop messing with my head, just tell me how you feel. It implies intentional confusion or manipulation, which is obviously pretty negative. Definitely frustrating. Wow, okay, so that's quite a list from just one episode.
It really is, and you can see how these phrases aren't just words. They carry, like, a whole lot of cultural baggage about relationships, communication, what's acceptable, what's not.
Yeah, understanding them really gives you a richer sense of, well, how English speakers talk about these, often quite sensitive parts of life. It goes way beyond the dictionary.
Absolutely. Ever watch a show and feel like there's this whole other layer, maybe in the slang or just how people talk?
Oh, definitely. Like inside jokes you're almost getting.
Exactly. So today we're doing a deep dive into Sex and the City. Specifically, Season 1, Episode 6, Secret Sex.
A classic one.
Right. We're going to unpack some of the cultural references and even a bit of the grammar that makes it tick. Good stuff for English learners or really anyone curious about the show.
Yeah, we looked at some guides on the culture, some grammar notes. It's about seeing how the show reflects, its time and place.
Okay, let's jump right in. Miranda drops the men are from Mars, women are from Venus line. It comes up when they're puzzling over miscommunications. Why that specific phrase?
Well, that book was huge. It basically became this cultural shorthand, didn't it?
Totally.
It suggested men and women just think differently, fundamentally. So when Miranda says it, it's like tapping into this common feeling, this shared frustration.
A bit of a humorous shrug, like, what can you do?
Exactly. A simple explanation for something complex. Maybe too simple, but relatable. It definitely played into gender assumptions of the time.
Right, a cultural shortcut. Okay, then there's the description of Samantha's date. He's straight from a J. Crew catalog. What does that mean?
J. Crew. Okay, so think. Clean-cut, American style, preppy, but like aspirational preppy.
Polished.
Very polished, yeah. Put together. Saying someone's out of their catalog means they look conventionally attractive, maybe almost too perfect, like a model embodying that specific look.
So it's more than just good looking. It's a whole vibe and aesthetic.
Precisely. It signals a certain kind of lifestyle image the brand was known for.
Gotcha. And then the way they talk about brunch, the sacred time of the week, sounds dramatic, but is it?
For them, in that New York setting, honestly, yeah, it kind of was. Brunch wasn't just Eggs Benedict. It was their ritual, their guaranteed time to connect, download the week's events, maintain those friendships. It was vital.
The anchor point of their social lives, almost.
No, calling it sacred really underlines how important those meetups were. It was their forum.
Makes sense. Later, Carrie wonders, maybe I should stop seeing him. What about should?
Should. That's a modal verb. It's used here for, advice to herself, or expressing a mild obligation, a possibility she's considering.
Not a definite decision, then.
No, exactly. It shows she's thinking it over, weighing things up. It softens the whole idea, makes it tentative.
Leaves room for doubt.
Okay.
And lastly, Samantha reports back, he said he's not ready for anything serious. Reported speech, right?
Yep, that's reported speech. She's telling the group what the guy said.
But wait, shouldn't it be, he said he wasn't ready? Tense shift.
Technically, yes, in formal grammar. But in conversation, especially when reporting on feelings or states that might still be true, we often keep the original tense. So he said he is not ready. Sounds pretty natural in spoken English here. It's just a quick way to relay the message.
Wow. So even in these everyday lines, there's quite a bit packed in, culturally and linguistically.
Absolutely. Pulling apart these little moments really shows you how language and culture intertwine in storytelling.
Here's a synopsis for Sex and the City, Season 1, Episode 6, Secret Sex, tailored for English learners. In this episode, Carrie starts wondering if she's being kept a secret by Mr. Big. Although they've been dating, he hasn't introduced her to any of his friends or invited her to his home. This makes her question whether he's serious about her or just hiding the relationship. Meanwhile, Miranda dates a guy who's still sharing an apartment with his ex-girlfriend, and Charlotte explores the idea of keeping sex a mystery by not sleeping with someone too soon. Samantha, as usual, embraces her confidence and talks openly about sex. The main theme of the episode is secret sex, when one person hides the relationship from others. The episode explores how people feel when they think they're being kept a secret and how different characters handle those situations.
Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy learning new words, phrases, grammar, and cultural references from Sex and the City. I will be back with the next lesson soon. Until then, bye.